It can be difficult to see if the plastic is still on the side because it has so much shine to it. However, even if I miss some plastic now, once I put this under the sander, it'll all go away. I don't expect any of these wall pieces to be the same size, but as long as they're very close, that's what really matters. Or rather, I should say very close and on the inside. Part of the difficulty with getting the exact shape is that because it's mushy and under plastic, it tends to billow out from the edges when you put a knife through it. So last night I tried to let it cure for half an hour or so and then go and cut everything. I probably should have let it sit for closer to 40 minutes. I think because it was wrapped and sealed in the plastic, that also delayed the cure time. That's one of the nicer ones. So I could have been doing things earlier than I was. Had I taken the plastic off and put it on again later. I want to take a second look at these and see what are the best ones I've got. So I've got 4 that are a little big, 2 that are pretty close, and then 2 that are the best. So obviously I'll start practicing on these guys for what I need to do. And right off the bat I can think of a couple things. Very light sandings along the outer edges here and the bottom to flatten that out. And then one or both sides I guess, to thin the piece out as well. So we got 3 1/3 millimeters, 3.9 millimeters, 3.6, 3.16, 3.9, 4.5, wow, 4.25, 4.21, 397. So that's a fair difference in the overall thickness, and it does seem to go from top to bottom. Thickest hit here. 4 and 4.5. Looking at them that way, they're all pretty similar. A couple fat ones, couple real thin ones. This might be the thinnest at 3.39. Definitely. Much closer to 4 millimeters thick instead of 3. 2 would have been probably perfect if I could get a thinner skewer bar to hold that down. So I got a little vacuuming to do, and we'll get back to this in a minute. So briefly what I'm doing here is getting all of one edge flat. Now I'm lining up all the other edges to this next flat region. So I've got this as a square corner, theoretically at least. And I should have undone this clamp before I did all that. Alright, let's try that again. Well, we'll see how well this works when I get it to the sander. I'm not quite ready for that yet. But this is the basic idea. Clamp them all down, hold them as tight as I can against the sander and get as even a cut as possible. So clearly water on sandpaper when you're going after Ava's epoxy is not the greatest thing to do. Looks like a dry sanding is better in the long run, at least for what I'm doing here. So that was 100. The first stuff was 320, so I'm going to step up to a 220 now and then go back to that 300.